Have you ever noticed how some men our age walk into a room and automatically command respect, while others seem, well, invisible? In my 25 years working with image consulting, I've seen hundreds of men making the same mistake, believing that after 40 we only need clean and pressed clothes to make a good impression. My friend, this is far from the truth, and today I'm going to share with you the 6 definitive rules that separate well-dressed mature men from those who seem to have given up. And pay special attention to rule number 5. It's exactly where 90% of men our age stumble, and it's what might be completely sabotaging your image without you even realizing it. Over these years, I've discovered that it's not about spending more, but about understanding principles that no one taught us. Shall we get to them? Rule 1: fit comes before everything. You know that new shirt you bought from a good brand, but that still looks strange. The problem is almost never the piece itself, it's how it fits your body. Look, I've been through this. I used to buy quality clothes but still looked sloppy because I ignored the fit. A $5,000 suit that's poorly fitted will look worse than a $500 one perfectly adapted to your body. What to do? First, accept that our body at 40 is not the same as 20 years ago. No drama, it's life. Find a trusted tailor and consider him your best friend. Even department store pieces can look custom-made with simple adjustments. The practical rule is sleeves ending exactly at the wrist, pants that don't accumulate fabric at the ankles, and shirts that follow your silhouette without being tight or having excess fabric. The investment in adjustments is small, but the return in image is immense. And look, speaking of which, if this type of content is adding value for you, consider subscribing to the channel. I share these tips every week based on decades helping men like us dress better. It's just one click, and I guarantee you won't regret it. Now let's go to the next principle, which perfectly complements the fit. Rule 2. Invest in quality fabrics. Have you noticed how some men look elegant even wearing simple pieces? The secret is often in the fabric. In my youth, I bought by quantity. I wanted to have many options. Today, I prefer to have fewer pieces, but of better quality. A good fabric drapes better, lasts longer, and, above all, conveys sophistication effortlessly. I'm not talking about spending a fortune. I'm talking about choosing consciously. Good linen will wrinkle, yes, but it's precisely this natural aspect that conveys unpretentious elegance. An Egyptian cotton shirt breathes better and keeps you comfortable in long meetings. Cold wool pants have superior drape and incomparable durability. Practical tip: run your hand over the fabric. If you feel softness, adequate weight, and finish without flaws, it's usually a sign of quality. And remember, it's better to have 5 excellent shirts than 15 mediocre ones. When in doubt between quantity and quality, choose quality always. If these tips are making sense to you, how about leaving a like on the video? It's a simple gesture that makes all the difference. Each interaction of yours helps our content reach more people who deserve to have access to this information. Let's go to the third principle, which is perhaps the most underestimated of all. Rule 3. Create a neutral and sophisticated color palette. I confess I've made this mistake, thinking that being well-dressed is wearing flashy colors or creative combinations. After 40, I understood that less is more. A well-thought-out color palette makes practically any combination work. That's why truly elegant men seem to dress effortlessly. They've created a system focused on these base colors: navy blue, gray in various shades, white, beige, burgundy, and olive green. With these options, you can create dozens of sophisticated combinations that never go out of style. For everyday wear, try gray pants with a light blue shirt. For special occasions, navy blazer with beige pants and white shirt. For more relaxed moments, olive green pants with white or beige shirt. And you, what colors predominate in your wardrobe currently? Have you stopped to analyze if they really enhance your image or if they're remnants of previous life phases? Share in the comments. I like to exchange these experiences. Now, let's go to the fourth element, which is where many of us lose great opportunities. Rule 4. Use accessories intelligently. Men over 40 need to understand one thing. Accessories are not vanity. They are extremely powerful non-verbal communication tools. I spent years using only the basics, watch and wedding ring, until I realized how small details can completely transform the message we send to the world. A good watch, for example, doesn't need to be expensive. It needs to be appropriate. Classic models, with brown or black leather strap and clean dial, communicate timeless elegance. Avoid those gigantic ones with 1,000 functions that nobody uses. Prescription glasses are another differentiator. Have you noticed how we choose frames in a hurry? A well-chosen frame enhances your face and adds personality to your look. It's worth investing in a specialized consultation. And don't underestimate the power of a good wallet, a quality belt, or even a discreet bracelet. These are small touches that show attention to detail. And you know what's impressive? I've been sharing these tips for years on the channel, and I receive daily messages from men who have completely transformed their image following these simple principles. If you haven't subscribed yet, you're missing valuable content that can change your way of presenting yourself to the world. It's just one click. Now, we come to the critical point, error number 5, which I see men our age committing daily. Rule 5. Never mix formal with sportswear without style. Intention. This is the rule I see being broken most by men 40 plus, and I understand why we seek comfort, practicality. But there's a limit. I'll be direct. Running shoes with dress pants is not an option. Never. Technical gym shirt under a blazer either. Sweatpants with a dress shirt. Don't even think about it. I've been there for years. I prioritized only comfort without thinking about coherence. The result? It looked like I was always halfway, neither well-dressed nor casual, just confused. The solution is simple. Understand the codes of each category. Sportswear with sportswear. Formal wear with formal wear. When you want to mix, and you can, do it with intention and knowledge. For example, a blazer can work with jeans and minimalist leather sneakers. A dress shirt can match with chino pants and a comfortable loafer. The key is coherence. And have you made this mistake, or do you know someone who systematically ignores this rule? Share your experience in the comments. I always learn from these exchanges. Let's go to the last rule, which is perhaps the most subtle, but which separates truly elegant men from the merely well-dressed. Rule 6. Avoid visible brands. This was a lesson I learned by observing truly powerful and influential men. They rarely display logos or brands ostentatiously. In youth, we want to show status through visible brands. After 40, we understand that true sophistication speaks for itself, without needing to announce. Think about the men you most admire for their elegance. How many of them wear shirts with huge logos or accessories covered in monograms? Probably few or none. Of course, I'm not saying to avoid good brands, just to prefer those that prioritize discretion. A quality product reveals itself in the details, in the fit and the finish, not in the size of the logo. A practical rule: if the brand is the most visible element of the piece, rethink the choice. Your presence should speak louder than any label. After decades working with men's image, I can guarantee following these 6 rules already puts you ahead of 90% of men our age. It's not about spending more, it's about choosing better. Let's recap. Prioritize fit. Invest in quality fabrics. Create a neutral color palette. Use accessories intelligently. Maintain coherence between formal and casual. And be discreet with brands. By gradually implementing these principles, you'll notice the difference not only in the mirror, but in how people respond to your presence. Because, in the end, that's what it's about, communicating who you are and what you represent. So, which of these rules do you already apply in your daily life? And which one surprised you most? Leave it in the comments. I love knowing how this content impacts the real lives of men like us. If you liked this content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you've made it this far, it's because you take improving your style seriously. So I've prepared this next video for you to watch. It's the perfect step for you to continue evolving. And take a look at this playlist too. It has a complete map to dress like a true gentleman over 40, stylish, elegant, and powerful every day. Until the next video.